This is what it feels like to live the dream, right? Beautifully aesthetic, house, kids, perfect career, instant success. No time even for comparisons because you're already living the dream. But what I want to know is, where are all the people who are in the messy middle, who feel like they're living their dream wrong? Because from my experience, living your dream, it can kind of suck some days. It can be exhausting, confusing, and just plain monotonous. You know those moments where your life starts to look a lot like the life that you thought you wanted, but it doesn't really feel the way that you thought it would feel? That's kind of my vibe right now. Because technically I'm living the dream, which apparently means printing out paperwork, filing it, and then going to the post office. How is all this gonna fit in an envelope? We are mailing in our dossier for our Permie B renewal. You took my paper clips and I need them back. All right, so we are ready to go. And it's done. It was always part of our plan to apply for the Permie B last year, for me to leave my position. I have been feeling a little bit lately, I don't know if listless is the right word, or a little bit lost. I'm coming up on my 1 year of being unemployed. I'm really happy and grateful to have had the year that I've had to really be focused on everything that's been related to the home. As I come up on this 1 year of being out of my corporate world, and now we're renewing this Permie B, it's like a reminder of that it's been a year since we made that initial decision. Feeling a little bit like lost and a little bit uncertain or scared to fully exit or to continue on this path where it feels like really like a departure. The thing that has been the scariest is how fast this year has gone by. The year has flown by. I'm in shock because I feel like there's still so much more discovery and so much more for me to do and to experiment with. A year just doesn't even feel like that much time at all. As I come up on this 1 year, it almost feels like that career door, that corporate door that I left but had left open, like it starts to close a little bit. And I don't know if this is real. The other thing is, deciding to be in Switzerland does in some way close off certain other opportunities. Choosing to stay here and choosing this path almost encourages or puts me more on this path of maybe not going back to the work that I was doing before and really trying to carve out a new path for myself. Brings up a lot of questions, not a lot of answers. I think I need to do a workout. Thank you for my lunch. It looks so good. Bought this rug like 5 months ago. It has finally arrived. I'm so excited to put it into the room of the girls. And we're gonna do it, and I have my little helpers. We have to move this rug out. Hold on.
Stuff off.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's take all the stuff off. Lift the bed. Well, no, it didn't break, but don't do what you're doing right now. That was really hard. Okay, girls, are we ready to bring it in? Okay, and let's not put toothpaste on it. I'm gonna lift the bed here on Lincoln's side, and I want you to push it under. Okay, guys, please stop jumping. I kind of need...
Mama, take the plate.
Okay, Sterling, go on that side and put it under.
Yeah, honey.
Okay, wait, but what's under here? It's a little small, but it's okay. I'm not really sure why I thought it was a good idea to put that rug up in the room last night with all 3 of my children, but I wanted to look at it in the day of light. So here it is. It's definitely smaller than the other rug, but the other one was too big for this space. I actually think this is the right size, and I'm really loving the maroon and the blue combination along with the curtains. Because this week I have been feeling a bit like uncertain about where all of this is going or where my life is going, I thought that it would be a good reminder to reread my 10-year to a remarkable life. So basically, 4 years ago when we moved to Geneva, Kyle and I both sat down and we spent several days writing down what our dream life was going to be. But the exercise asks you to detail out one day. So it makes the idealization of what your dream, it puts it into practical realities by making you write down what you're doing throughout the day. I haven't read mine in a long time, and I think that when you have moments of uncertainty or you're not sure about something or you're feeling like you should be somewhere but you're not, it's important to read this document again because this is really like our North Star and it's what we're striving for and the lifestyle that we're aiming towards. The actions that I take day to day, in reality, they should all be in service toward this dream day. So I'm gonna go look for it now. I should probably put it in like a place that I know where it is. Hey Kyle, have you seen my dreams? I lost my like 10-year like to a remarkable life dream day document. Have you seen it? Of course. It's in the cabinet with the scissors, chapstick, wood glue, and nail polish, obviously. I wrote this in 2022, and I was starting in a new job. And I remember feeling very stressed at the job I was in and feeling like I needed to really put on paper what I wanted my life to look like. And I really haven't read this thing in a really long time. Okay. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you because it's pretty long. Very importantly, I wake up at 8 a.m. This I'm already doing, and it is wonderful. And it is without an alarm clock, and that is what I have in my perfect day. I do say in this that when I wake up, I see an incredible view of mountains and water. So this makes me feel like I'm in the right place. I write in here that as I'm starting to wake up, I hear crossed out 3 little sets of footsteps. I'm glad I made that correction. Going downstairs from our bedroom at 8:30. It sounds like the kids are going to school at 9:30, 10 a.m. In this version of my life, our house is already renovated, but it's interesting because I do talk about how the house has been recently renovated. So we've always had this idea of like wanting to be in an old house and renovating it exactly to our taste. I have in here that we have a garden and we plant cucumbers and spinach and we get a lot of our produce from our own garden, and this is definitely something that I want to do this year. I want to actually plant garden beds in our yard and already start growing stuff, and now I think is the time that we need to start doing this. It's interesting, this talks a lot about how filled with light our house is, and this house has amazing light, and of course it's probably one of the things that drew me to it, and obviously was something that I valued before, but it's just like really interesting to read something that you wrote so long ago about a future life. It makes you realize that like your past self and your present self are connected, that you may feel really lost, but in some way like there are some central truths and things that are continuing to guide you forward. It's really nice. Nowhere in here does it talk about feeling stressed out from trying to do it all, from trying to work a crazy intense job and trying to squeeze in family life in the margins. I don't know. The last sentence is that I journal a few thoughts and then take time to feel grateful for the life that we have and the family that we've built. And I think, I don't know, maybe I'm doing okay.